Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, now look at 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Francis. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
On 3rd and 2, Francis. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. LaMarcus Joyner in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Off the play fake. Francis. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joe Schobert in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Francis. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch two. Check. Ready.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Escaping the pressure. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, Francis eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a handoff looking right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the grab by Croft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Francis. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
That's it, baby. We got 6 all day.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock.
That's 6, baby.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Taylor. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
We got chips over here. Ready. 3-9.
Taylor throwing again. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ready. Flag. 32.
Again, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. And
he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw. Francis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Taylor. This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. Now Taylor. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Willis. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Francis going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Francis. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Gone. All right, here we go. 319.
Operating from the gun, Francis. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd down, Francis going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The final shot before break. Francis. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now Taylor. Rolling to his right. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
Zero.
Now Taylor to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Set. Green.
Throwing on first down. Francis. Buying time to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Back to throw. Francis dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll turn their power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Francis. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, Either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Francis. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Gurley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On first down, Francis finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, got three down. Watch it now, Barney.
And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run. It's Gurley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year.